From menstrual cycles, to TIE fighters that wibble and wobble, to I haven't seen you since you were in space diapers, to characters just being their sexual orientation or their sexual preference, to having forced diversity, the new canon has a lot of things that a lot of Star Wars fans don't like. But does it have the worst Star Wars books ever written? I once thought that was the case, but perhaps I was mistaken. Because Karen Miller wrote Stealth and Siege, the Gambit duology, and oh my god, this is absolutely horrendous. And yes, I'm going to review two of these at the same time. Why, you may ask? Because they're basically one horribly boring story. Oh god, the acid reflux. I'm gonna freaking vomit on my keyboard. Let's get into it. Gambit, Stealth, and Siege is about Anakin and Obi-Wan becoming secret agents for the Republic to stop Locke Durd and his bioweapon that he's forcing this scientist to make that they're gonna unleash on the Republic. Yeah, mediocre, I know, but we're only scraping into the shit barrel at this point. Oh yeah, we're getting a parental advisory on this fucking review, because I fucking hate these books. Karen Miller wrote, of course, the appalling retcon to the Clone Wars, Wild Space, a book that tries to shove Dave Filoni's Clone Wars up your fucking ass and say, this is the Clone Wars, the rest of this doesn't matter. And we get more of it in here. Because not only does Karen Miller shove these books up your fucking ass along with Wild Space and Filoni's Clone Wars, these books only reference Segula. Obi-Wan suffering from Segula because he got poisoned by the Sith in a story that no other Clone Wars material references ever again, including Dave Filoni's. Yeah. So Obi-Wan's suffering from Segula, Anakin's suffering from mommy issues and that he can't handle people dying. Okay, I guess you saw Attack of the Clones once. Because all the other PTSD stuff from the EU, from the Clone Wars, that has supposedly happened already in 3 months, even though that stuff would physically not fit in that timeline. That would mean Jabim was probably 2 hours long, and that's like a defining moment in Anakin's path to the dark side. No, it's just Shmi died. And I get that. Your mom dying? Terrible. That's a terrible thing. But so much has happened to Anakin. He thought he was essentially orphaned by a surrogate father, Obi-Wan, when Obi-Wan was captured by Ventress on Jabim. He's witnessed so many of his Jedi friends die. He's seen the Clones bite it by like the millions, and he's the chosen one, and that's weighing heavily on him. But no, we just gotta focus on the thing that happened in Attack of the Clones. Because Karen Miller really cares about writing her story and not helping anyone else's. So, that's going on. Obi-Wan has a new love interest in this book called Taria Damson. Now, I don't remember when Duchess Satele was introduced in Clone Wars. I want to say that was Season 2 and these books came out in Season 1, so this could be that this happened before Duchess Satele or Satine or whatever her name was introduced, which that's a better love story. It's not good. Nothing will ever top Jedi Apprentice, because that's a character-defining moment, and when we review Jedi Apprentice, I will talk about that. But for right now, no. We're stuck with stupid Taria Damson. Taria Damson is dying from space shellfish poisoning. I like to say I made that up, but that's basically what it is. She's dying because she ate something that was poisonous, and it's slowly killing her, And she's in agony all the time, but she's okay with it because she gets to be with Obi-Wan and they get to fuck. So this leads to the main conflict of the book, which is Anakin's mad at Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan has a girlfriend, and Anakin's like, wait, I have Padme and I'm not allowed to be with her, but you can be with Taria Damson. And Obi-Wan's mad at Anakin because Anakin won't tell him what happened to Shmi. Which, by the way, none of this is resolved in these books. Which, granted, I'm kind of glad because, you know, these books suck, and it wouldn't make sense to have this this sort of problem with Anakin not knowing what happened to Shmi, because he finds out in Kenobi. There's that revelation. And that's a good revelation in that book, so we didn't need it ruined in these books. Oh, here's another good one. So, Sidious, aka Palpatine, tells Anakin that he knows that Anakin loves Padme. Why? Why is that in these books? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm only in stealth right now. I'm not even talking about Siege yet, because Siege makes less sense. So, Anakin bonds with the Separatist scientist because she's like his mom's age and he has mommy issues in this book. Severe mommy issues, and it's embarrassing. Meanwhile, we gotta throw Ahsoka in this book and Rex, so Rex has nothing to do and is barely in the book, and Ahsoka goes off on a mission with Taria Damson, and it's the better part of this book. I will give Karen Miller credit. This is the only time Ahsoka's ever been good in Star Wars, in the EU at least. She has something to do, she has a plot that I will, if you really want to read these books, I won't spoil that. It's solid, but it's like, it takes up 1/16 of stealth. And then she has nothing to do with Siege. So that's going on. Padme's kind of in this. She has more of a role in Siege. She and Bail are trying to get back up to Anakin and Obi-Wan because they're trapped on a separatist planet, disguised as farmers. So when their attempt to blow up the separatist base fails, they go into hiding in a farm village where instead of saying Mr. and Mrs., they say Teeb and Teba. And they go undercover, and it's just tedium. We're in Siege now, by the way. It's the epitome of Teba. Oh, I'm not going to even edit it out. This book doesn't fucking deserve that. God. We're in hell by this point as readers. We're in fucking hell. Because Anakin and Obi-Wan are doing farm shit that's worthless, and then they end up in the shield around the village, and the Separatists are sieging it, and they don't know how long they can hold out, and they're all getting radiation poisoning, and it's stupid. And Mace Windu gets involved, and Mace Windu is the worst character ever. I mean, it's on a level with Dark Disciple. Only this time he's now an almost uncontrollably angry asshole, instead of just being an asshole. I don't get it. He's like trying to hold back his rage, and it's just the worst characterization of Mace Windu I've ever read in my life. Meanwhile, Bail's got this scientist friend working on a vaccine for the bioweapon, and, you know, in the end, Sidious and Dooku are foiled. That's it. I've left things out, but honestly, I haven't left that much out. These books are fucking unbearable. You know what? They get a 0.1 out of 5. Total. They make a 0.05 each. You know, a 0.1 out of 5. Don't read these unless you absolutely want to be a masochist to yourself. Or I guess if you want to see Ahsoka do something that's actually cool for once. Anyway, I hope we review something better in the future. Because this was so unbearable, I almost quit Star Wars.